You walk into Costco on a quiet Tuesday morning. You're just here for a few things. That's what you tell yourself. Every time. But as those warehouse doors slide open, you step into something more than just a shopping trip. It's a strategy game, a test of willpower, a jungle filled with bulk tuna and LED flashlights you didn't know you needed. And for seniors, especially those on retirement income, every item you toss in that cart matters. Because here's the truth. Costco is filled with some of the best deals in the country. Yet most people don't see them. Most seniors, they overpay. Quietly, month after month. So today, we're pulling back the curtain. Not with boring budget advice. Not with lame tips like, buy in bulk. Nah, you already know that. This is the stuff Costco hopes you're too distracted to notice. Because once you do, things change. Alright, first up, the toothpaste aisle. Yeah, I know, not the sexiest place to start. But hear me out. Sensodyne Pronamel, Colgate Total, Crest Gum Detoxify. You know those premium toothpastes that promise to fight everything from plaque to gingivitis to global warming? They're roughly $6 to $8 a tube in most stores. Now multiply that for a couple, brushing twice a day, 30 days a month. That stuff adds up. Seniors with dental sensitivity, you're probably already paying more for special formulas. But at Costco, you get multi-packs, big ones, for way less per ounce. And sometimes the included toothpaste is even more concentrated than what's sold in normal stores. A quiet win, but a critical one. Now pair that toothpaste with a Philips Sonicare electric toothbrush, also sold at Costco, and suddenly, you're slashing dentist bills before they happen. Still think that toothpaste grab in aisle 7 doesn't matter? Think again. A few cents saved a day turns into hundreds in avoided dental work over the year. Let's move to something nobody likes to think about. Medications. Yeah, not your favorite aisle, right? Costco's pharmacy program might be the biggest hidden gem in the entire building, and it's not even required that you have a membership. That's right, you don't need a card to use Costco's pharmacy. Let that soak in. Your meds, generic or name brand, are often cheaper than Medicare supplement plans, copay cards, or your usual neighborhood chain. Example, a common cholesterol medication like atorvastatin. At your local drugstore, you're looking at anywhere from $12 to $40 per month, even with insurance. Costco, it can be pennies on the dollar, depending on the dose. Blood pressure meds, diabetes meds, even thyroid pills. It's like Costco's quietly saying, we got you. And if that wasn't enough, enter the Costco Member Prescription Program, CMPP. No enrollment delays, no third-party nonsense. If you're a member, you're good to go. Discounts on hundreds of meds. For pets, too. Yeah, your dog's arthritis meds? Covered. It's the kind of thing that makes you wonder why we ever accept paying full price. All right. Now let's peek into the seasonal section, a place that honestly doesn't get enough respect, because stacked between the patio furniture and the oversized Santa statues are essential cold weather lifesavers that seniors often overlook. Take Kirkland thermal base layers. These aren't your scratchy long johns from the 70s. These are soft, breathable, warmth-locking lifesavers. Especially if you're someone who gets cold easily or doesn't want to crank the heater and send your power bill into orbit. You wear these under your clothes, and suddenly you don't need to layer like a snowman just to get the mail. And in terms of cost, way below specialty outdoor brands, sometimes made by the very same manufacturers, just quieter branding. That's the thing with Costco, if you haven't noticed yet. So much of the Kirkland line is a Trojan horse of value. They don't market it, they don't flash it on billboards, but Kirkland quietly dominates multiple aisles, offering products that rival or straight up are your favorite brands behind the scenes. Okay, let's talk about household basics. Toilet paper. Yes, we're going there. You laughed when people hoarded it during lockdowns. But let's be honest, nobody budgets for toilet paper until they can't afford it. Costco's Kirkland Signature Bath Tissue, consistently rated higher in strength and softness than the big-name brands like Charmin or Quilted Northern. And when you buy in bulk, you go months without needing to think about it again. For seniors, especially those not driving often or who rely on delivery services, this matters. Fewer trips, fewer expenses, less stress. It's not glamorous, but it's smart. Now, let's shift. We're going to your pantry. There's a massive red flag sitting on most people's shelves right now. Boxed cereal. You'd think cereal was made of gold with the way stores are pricing it these days. $6 to $8 a box for sugared oats? Please! Ugh. Now lean in for this. Kirkland's Ancient Grains or Organic Raisin Bran has better ingredients, zero artificial dyes, and costs way less. No cartoon mascot, no prize inside, just real food, real fiber, real protein. And when you're living on a budget that doesn't leave room for flair, that makes a difference. So the next time someone tells you, "Oh yeah, Costco's good for parties and impulse buys," you just smile. Because you know the secret. This place is a retirement lifeline in disguise. It's not just about stockpiling granola bars. It's about reshaping your monthly budget with things you're already buying anyway, but smarter. Let's close this first lap with a personal one. I talked to a senior last month, 72, widowed, limited mobility, lives alone, budget tight. She told me she used to shop exclusively at chain grocers because Costco felt overwhelming, too big, too much, too confusing. But we walked through it together. We broke it down, explained the pharmacy savings, the household essentials, the thermal layers, and how she didn't have to buy giant pallets of rice just to save money. Now, she shops once a month. Rideshare covers the ride, in and out in under 90 minutes. And her monthly expenses down over $170. That's groceries, meds, and essentials. She looked at me and said, "This Costco card fixed my budget more than Social Security ever did." No fluff, no exaggeration, just smarter shopping and finally getting a break in a system that rarely gives one. All right, where were we? Oh, right. Changing lives, one oversized shopping cart at a time. But seriously, if that first section opened your eyes, this next one's gonna make you double-check your pantry, your medicine cabinet, and maybe your life choices. Let's talk back pain. Yeah, you know the one. That dull ache that shows up every time you stand too long, sit too long, pick something up, or heck, even breathe wrong after 65. Ugh, most people throw heat patches at it. Pain creams. Maybe a heating pad that smells like it's from 1984. But you walk into Costco, they've quietly stocked one of the best-kept secrets for seniors dealing with muscle pain, joint issues, and inflammation. Enter Voltaren Arthritis Gel. Over-the-counter anti-inflammatory that used to be prescription only. Powerful stuff. And unlike oral meds, this targets just the pain. No messing with your stomach. Most stores, you get a tiny tube the size of a lip balm for a shocking price. Costco, you get multiple tubes in one value pack, priced to move, and it's often the exact same manufacturer supply as what pharmacies sell, just in a Kirkland-style bundled deal. It makes you wonder how many people out there are just paying pain tax for being uninformed. But it's not just about what dulls the pain. Let's talk about what prevents it. Over by the health section, you'll see a sea of glucosamine chondroitin. Say that 5 times fast. But if you're over 60 and noticing stiffness in your knees or hips, these aren't just fancy supplements. They're lifelines. Now go look at what Walgreens or CVS charges for a 30-day supply of joint health tablets. Then walk down the Costco aisle and try not to gasp. You get 3 to 4 times the quantity for less per capsule. We're talking huge bottles, solid sourcing, And for certain supplement types, NSF certified. That's pro athlete level trust. And yes, seniors deserve. Let's zoom out from medicine and body care into something you probably use every single day without realizing how badly you're getting gouged. Printer ink. Yeah, I said it. Ink. The stuff that costs more per ounce than fine perfume. Most people with home printers buy name brand cartridges that promise up to 500 pages, but give more like 162 if you print at anything beyond draft mode. But Costco? Costco offers ink refilling services at select locations, refilling popular cartridge brands for a fraction of new costs. And we're not talking sketchy corner store ink that leaves streaks across your medical paperwork and grandkid photos. We're talking high-quality black and color refills done while you shop. So instead of $60 for new cartridges, you're dropping a couple of bucks and saving a landfill from 5 more plastic tombstones. Okay, next up, brace yourself. We're going into the prepared foods section, or what some people call the dinner is done, I quit aisle. Look, cooking gets harder with age. Hands stiffen, recipes get tedious. Some nights you just don't have the energy to dice 3 cloves of garlic and pretend it's not exhausting. That's where Costco steps in with pre-made meals that don't taste like frozen disappointment. The stuffed bell peppers? Fully cooked, ready to warm. Balanced protein, vegetables, clean seasoning. Their chicken Alfredo? Creamy but not overloaded. Feeds 3 to 4 people. Or you, twice, with leftovers. And then there's the kale and quinoa salad, which honestly should come with a warning. You will feel more energized than expected. These are meals made for people who need real nutrition, not microwave junk wrapped in plastic film from 2009. But here's the kicker. Costco actually rotates these dishes seasonally. So if you're a senior who likes predictability, they've got staples. But if you want variety, new ones keep showing up like surprise guests who actually brought food for once. All right, detour for a second. Let's talk about online shopping. Yes, Costco has a website. And yes, seniors are often told, don't shop online. It's confusing, it's risky, it's full of scams. But Costco's site? Actually built for bulk-sized sanity. You can buy almost everything featured in-store. Plus, online exclusives like lift chairs, adjustable beds, and even mobility scooters. And get this, they offer white glove delivery and setup for many large items. That's right, no need to chase your nephew to carry a recliner up the stairs. You sit back, they handle the rest. Oh, and have we talked about return policy yet? Because that might be the single most senior-friendly thing about the entire store. A no questions asked return policy on most items, with no restocking fees and generous time frames. Try doing that at your local electronics or furniture store. They'll interrogate you like you're returning nuclear secrets. At Costco, you bought it, didn't like it, bring it back. Boom, done. Let's slow it down with something a little more personal. Pets. If you're a senior with a furry companion, a cat, a dog, a talking parrot with boundary issues, you know pet expenses can sneak up fast. Food, grooming, vitamins, flea meds, it adds up. Costco's Kirkland Signature dog food and cat food formulas aren't just fillers in a fancy bag. These are vet-tested, grain-balanced, nutrient-dense formulas made in the same facilities as top-tier brands you've heard of. They just cost a fraction. Ask around. Tons of seniors are quietly switching because their pets are thriving on Costco food. Shiny coats, more energy, fewer tummy issues. What more could you ask for? And yes, they carry treats too. Bully sticks, dental chews, even dog beds big enough for your pup and your bad back to nap on. All right, it's time for a personal confession. I once stood in Costco for 12 minutes debating whether I needed a pack of 36 AA batteries. I live alone. What do I do that needs that much electricity? Build robots? But here's the thing. Those Kirkland batteries, they're rated just as powerful as Duracell but cost way less. And they last. In remotes, flashlights, clocks, even hearing aid battery packs in some locations. Whether you use them slowly or your grandkid drains them all playing Xbox, they're reliable. And let's be honest, when you're a senior and the power goes out, you don't want to hope your flashlight works. You want to know. Okay, let's end this section with a bang. Something a little weird, but very real. Costco Travel. Wait, what? Costco has a travel agency? Yup, and it's wildly underrated. Seniors looking to book cruises, rental cars, hotels, or even planning their bucket list trip to Europe can use Costco to bundle it all at lower rates, often with extras thrown in, like resort credits, room upgrades, or food vouchers. And guess what? It's all through major carriers: American Airlines, Carnival, Hyatt, Avis. You're not booking a mystery van on Craigslist. One senior couple told me they booked their dream Hawaiian cruise through Costco. They saved hundreds, got free excursions included, and received a Costco shop card on top of that. A vacation that pays you back. How about that?